you're the motor of your business. You dictate whether your business stops or starts. Born and raised in Torrance, California. My parents, my mom, she's a longshoreman, so she works like on the docks and everything. My dad, he was a plumber, but now he owns the whole warehouse. So he didn't always work there. He was always in the streets, most of my life. But starting out when I hit high school, that's when he started actually, starting to work. But my mom, she's been a longshoreman my whole entire life, so she was pretty much the breadwinner when I was younger. I grew up with 5 siblings. I'm the middle child, so again, definitely somebody that had to really hold it down for my siblings. I have 2 older brothers and a younger brother, younger sister, and growing up, I went to 8 different elementary schools just because my parents would always separate. Every single week we're in Orange County, then back in Carson, then we're in Compton, and we're just moving cities. So it was, I wouldn't say it was a horrible childhood, but growing up, we did have to maneuver a lot, and had to be the new kid at every single school, almost every single semester. So that was my upbringing. Played a lot of sports though, so I was definitely active out there with my siblings. We would always play either basketball or when we're super young, we would play soccer. So we're still out there being active. So before this, I didn't have any type of job experience really. I would work little gigs, but it was like under the table type of work. My cousin was working at a warehouse. He owned the warehouse, and he told me like, hey, I have a position over here if you want to come and work. And then so that was my first job ever, and I was there for about like a couple years. After that, I pretty much was just working under the table jobs and just not really looking for a career. Was because I was so antisocial after homeschooling. I was working warehouse jobs. I was working at jobs where it didn't allow me to talk to anybody, and when I came in for my second round interview, I seen how personable everybody was. I seen how communication was there, and that was something that I really love. And I knew that if you want something in life, you got to be able to communicate, and I just feel like, especially being in a business of sales, sales is just a higher level of communication, and I loved it off the bat. And I knew like homeschooling really, shook me up because online studies, and so for 2 years straight, I just didn't have any type of interaction. It took me about, I would say 10 months to actually really get into a position to run my own business. I wasn't the best. It was very hard for me to build a team. It was very hard for me. In the field, it was great, because I just used to be personable out there. I would just make jokes and everything like that. But it took me a while to learn, the ins and outs and how to really teach and train and lead others. So it took me 10 months to get there. One of the most surprising things that I've learned about running my own company is like, you're the motor of your business. You dictate whether your business stops or starts, So being able to come in with great energy every single day, being able to lead from the front, being able to just like delegate is super important. And like, I noticed times where, just last week, I wasn't there for a couple of days, and I've realized like, man, I'm really the motor to what I'm doing here. Like I really play an important part. And just being able to see like, what we do here is so important. And just being the motor, like that's one thing that I really did learn, just leading people in general. And I really learned that being an owner. Some advice that stuck with me was, it's not really advice, it's more of like a quote that I really do love. Is by, I'm not sure if you heard of Nipsey Hussle. One of his quotes is like, the highest human form is to inspire. And that's something that I want to do here from not only my family, but just like the people inside of my office, people that I'm leading, just to inspire and show them like, hey, I'm regular, I'm a regular person that's here and, that's gonna put you in position to, get to the next level and really move up in your career and provide for your family. Like I come from, typically nothing. Like I did warehouse jobs before this. I did not graduate high school, and I just want to inspire. So, that's one of the quotes that really stand out to me. One of the people in my life that really inspired me was my older brother. So he was just 2 years older than me, but from a kid, he always taught me to work for every penny. Do not take handouts from anybody. Doesn't matter how nice it is, how much you want it, you got to work for everything. And he actually passed away. So it was kind of like, I'm working for everything, I'm gonna make him proud. And, that's one of the people that really inspire me, especially to this day. It's pretty much my why, So yeah, what's something that I learned in the field that I can apply to my everyday life? Someone's always watching you. That's one thing that, that I learned in the field, like move like someone's recording you, because somebody is, like someone's always watching you. You're always going to be an example to somebody, whether it's good or bad. And that's how I train, a lot of people. When I am in the field, you always want to, walk, talk, act like somebody's watching you. And that's something that I took in my everyday life. Like, I'm being watched, whether that's from God, my family, my friends, you got to hold yourself accountable. So this tattoo, this is my brother's name. So his name's Exodus. It's the second book in the Bible. And he went by EXO. So it's an E and an X and an O. So it's an E. I don't know if you guys can see the E. And then there's a big X, and then there's an O. I got it when I was like 18 years old. Every time somebody asked me about it, I didn't know I was gonna be a business owner. So. But yeah, my family, we pretty much got his name tatted in tribute for him, and all my family members, all my siblings have it tatted. But yeah, every day I walk around with that, and his name actually means, movement of the people, and I just feel like that name Exodus is something that's super powerful, and that's what I want to be. I want to be able to, have a movement where I move people, so that's something that means a lot to me. So within the next 5 or 10 years, I think everybody who wants to retire their parents, and that's pretty much my number one goal. My mom has been literally the breadwinner for us since I was younger, worked 2 jobs at a time, watching 5 kids by herself. So it's a lot. She's a grandma now. She has like 4 grandkids. Fortunately not from me, but I just want to retire her. I don't like seeing her work. So the next 5 or 10 years, yeah, I retire my parents for sure, add them to my payroll when I move for the opportunity. And of course, your family loves you so much, they want to see you so much, but I just had to let them know, like, hey, somebody has to do it. Somebody has to go out there and really sacrifice, this time right now in order to, see result later. So now they love it, they see the fruit from it, and they see the result of me getting, my own house and my own car, and they just see me a lot more professional, because I was never this type of person. I never really wore a blazer before this. It's kind of like they really see a 180 in me all around in every aspect. So they're proud of me for sure. They come to visit me where I'm at, and yeah, that's pretty much what I do it for too, is my siblings, because they're so young, and I hope I can inspire them. Opened up for only 5 months, I was able to get my own car. So brand new car, 2025. I've never thought I could do that before. I could have never done that in a regular 9 to 5. I bought my own house too, so I've been able to save up, and I'm the only one in my family that's actually bought their own house and got their own car. So and those are little things that, which is huge from 2 years ago me, but now I'm thinking, further, and I'm thinking bigger, and, how to retire my parents. And, but yeah, those are some things that I've been able to do.